And Google has entered artificial intelligence competition after launching its very own Bard in the US.
Let's return to the end of November 2022, when ChatGPT was first made available. More than 1 million people were using ChatGPT less than a week after it went live. When Google and other digital firms noticed this success, they wanted in on the action. In the same week that Google announced Bard in February 2023, Microsoft unveiled a brand new Bing that has been enhanced with AI and is powered by a cutting-edge OpenAI LLM that has been tailored exclusively for search. Let's dig more into it. In order to help customers with a large range of activities, the firm unveiled a set of improvements for Bard that would grant the chatbot access to the whole Google toolkit, including YouTube, Google Drive, Google Flights, and others. For instance, users will be able to ask Bard to organize a future trip with actual travel alternatives. Or a user could request that the tool compile recent Google Drive documents that contain meeting notes. Among the enhancements to Bard that will be available for the connectivity to Google's other services, other enhancements include new fact-checking tools, the ability to communicate with the chatbot in other languages, and a thorough update to the massive language model upon which the tool is based. The addition of the new features in Google Bard's greatest update in the past 6 months since it was largely made available to the public. The change comes as Google and other tech behemoths rush to bring out increasingly complex consumer-facing AI technology and persuade users that such tools are more than simply a novelty, including Microsoft and ChatGPT developer OpenAI. Google is now exercising the power of its other well-known software products that can make Bard more useful. This is a contrast to earlier this year when Google reportedly declared an internal code red after OpenAI released an AI chatbot before it did. Before the official debut, the general manager for Google Assistant and Bard told CNN that the services in combination with one another are very, very powerful. Combining all the power of these tools will save people time. You can do something that might have taken an hour or more in 20 seconds or minutes. Previously, Bard had been able to assist with activities like organizing a friend's baby shower or composing essay drafts thanks to Google's big language model, an AI system that had been trained on enormous amounts of data. But from now on, Bard will also use data from Google's numerous other services. Bard will now, by default, pull information from YouTube, Google Maps, flights, and hotels, thanks to the new extensions. Users will be able to ask Bard for trip recommendations with driving directions or a thing like, give me a template for how to write the best man speech and show me YouTube videos about them for inspiration, according to Google. Users of Bard can choose to turn off these extensions whenever they want. Users have the option to link Google Drive docs and Gmail to Bard so that the program can analyze and manage their data. For instance, the tool may assist with the search like find the most recent lease agreement from the drive and check how much the security deposit was, according to Google. Users may also revoke the tool's access to their information, according to the company, which also stated the personal Google Workspace data won't be used to train Bard or for individualizing advertising. This is the first step in a fundamentally new capability for Bard, the ability to talk to other apps and services to provide more helpful responses. Google said of the extension tool, it further stated that because this is a very young area of AI, improvements will be made based on user input. Additionally, Bard is introducing a double-check button that will let users access the precision of their responses. When a user hits the button, specific passages in Bard's reply will be underlined to demonstrate where Google's search results either agree with or disagree with what Bard said. The double-check capability is intended to combat a problem with artificial intelligence known as hallucinations, in which the AI tool confidently makes a claim that sounds true but is not supported by any evidence. We're always trying to get those hallucinations out of Bard, the general manager of Google Assistant and Bard stated. However, the business sought to develop a means of addressing problems in the interim. You may compare it to a spell checking, but the fact checking instead. Bard now enables users to share chats they have with the chatbot with other users who can subsequently add to the dialogue. Bard, which debuted in March as an experiment, is still in its infancy. The tool's website still warns users that may display inaccurate or offensive information that doesn't represent Google's views. However, the most recent version provides a preview of how Google might eventually try to integrate generative AI into the many services. How does the Google Bard function? The most recent and most sophisticated large language model from Google, Palm 2, which was presented at Google I/O 2023, now powers Google Bard. Bard will be far more effective and capable of higher performance because of Palm 2, a more developed version of Palm that was launched in April 2022. A lightweight model version of Lambda was used in the first iteration of Bard since it needed fewer processing resources and could support more users. Transformer, a Google-developed neural network architecture that was released as open source in 2017, served as the foundation for Lambda. It's interesting to note that Transformer was also used in the development of GPT-3, the language model on which ChatGPT is based. It's a brave move on Google's part to employ its LLMs, Lambda and Palm 2, giving that some of the most well-known AI chatbots at the moment, including ChatGPT and Bing Chat, use a language model from the GPT services. Is the public able to use Google Bard? The tech juggernaut revealed at Google I/O that Bard will no longer have a waitlist, making it accessible to everyone right now. On March 21, 2023, Google Bard's prior waitlist became available and the tech giant rolled out access to a select group of consumers in the US and UK. Google added multimodal search to its round of July upgrades, enabling users to enter both text and images into the chatbot. The integration of Google Lens with Bard, which was first unveiled at Google I/O, enables multimodal search. Users can upload an image and ask Bard for further details or use as it is part of the prompt, a valuable tool. For instance, all you got to do is find out what plant you're looking at, take a picture of it, and ask Google Bard. When I showed Bard photograph of my puppy, it correctly recognized that my dog was a Yorkie, as can be shown in the image below. Do Google responses contain images? Yeah. Bard was updated to add photos to its answers in late May. When you ask a question that would benefit from having a picture, including in the answer, Google pull out relevant images and display them. For instance, Bard responded with a list of destinations with pictures when I asked him, "What are some of the best places to visit in New York?" Google's Bard had a difficult launch, as demonstrated by a demonstration in which Bard provided false information on James Webb Space Telescope. When the AI chat service first launched, Google tweeted a preview of it with a challenge. "What discoveries from the James Webb Space Telescope can I tell my 9-year-old about?" Bard responded, "JWST took the very first picture of a planet outside of our solar system." People picked up on the factual errors in the output answer right away. This emphasizes the value of the thorough test procedure, which we're starting this week with our Trusted Tester program, according to a statement from a Google official to ZDNet. Numerous complaints were made about the chatbot's actual performance. In ZDNet's opinion, Bard also lagged behind more established rivals in terms of responsiveness, had a lengthier wait time, didn't automatically integrate sources, and couldn't answer simple inquiries. In comparison to ChatGPT and Bing Chat, Google CEO Sundar Pichai described Bard as a souped-up civic. Google's Lambda received criticism prior to the introduction of Bard. According to Tiernan Ray of ZDNet, former Google engineer Blake Lemoine revealed in a document that Lambda might be a sentient soon after its publication. After Google denied the sentence and placed Lemoine on paid administrative leave before firing him from the company, the uproar subsided. The transition of Google from Lambda to Palm 2 ought to help many of Bard's current problems. We appreciate you watching this video. Give it a thumbs up and share it with your friends if you like it. Please subscribe to our channel and click that bell symbol to get notified when we add new content if you want to see more videos like this.